Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Emmanuel. So this goes down as the first loss for Coach Chris Hughton since taking charge of the Black Stars. And also this becomes the fourth game that we've played with Comoros. And out of those four games, Comoros has won two, Ghana has won one, and one has ended in a draw. And this particular game was a game that I expected the Black Stars to actually win because we couldn't have done any worse from the game that we played here against Madagascar. We played poorly against Madagascar, so I was expecting us to, you know, come up with a better game plan and then win. So let's quickly take a look at the lineup that we predicted the Black Stars to go into the game with in order to get a win. All right. So this was the team that we predicted the Black Stars to start with. We had Ali Duseidu, Gideon Mensah, Nicolas Opoku, Daniel Amate. Then in midfield, we predicted or we wanted coach Chris Hughton to start with Majid Ashimeru, Saleh Samed, and then Mohamed Kudus playing in the 10. But we actually preferred Ghana to set up in this form so that we would have progression of the ball from Majid Ashimeru and then Kudus will work in these channels. And then this setup, that's the front three, was exactly what Coach Chris Hughton picked. So let's look at the team that Coach Chris Hughton picked. Alidu Seidu was sacrificed for Dennis Odoi. Daniel Amati did not play this game. Kasim Adams. Kasim Adams was the one that played the game. He was actually, I think, on the right, and then Nicolas Opoku was on the left. And then we have Gideon Mensah. And Majid Ashimeru did not start the game. He started Idris Ubaba. And Mohamed Kudus also did not start the game. He started with Andre Ayew. Okay. So this was Coach Chris Hughton's setup. And what we've always been saying was that Coach Chris Hughton he favors the double pivot. That's having two defensive midfielders. These two players, Salis Samed and then Idris Ubaba in the team, they have the same style of play. Their style of play is quite similar. The only thing that I can say is that Salis Samed is more of a traditional defensive midfielder, and Idris Ubaba, I would say, is a central midfielder in the sense that he can also move with the ball, but he's more comfortable sitting in the middle, taking the ball, giving the passes, tackling, winning the ball back. But when it comes to ball progression, he will be in the lower ranks. He's not that prolific in ball progression. So this setup that coach Chris Hughton set the Black Stars in this game. I think in the first few minutes it gave the Black Stars a bit of stability. That's in the first 20 minutes. The Black Stars tactically were quite stable. We were able to control the game quite well. And then I think we had a few chances, which was the reason why I wanted the Black Stars to start the game and start it quite fast. Because we are playing in Africa. If you don't take your chances and they score. Today, for instance, if you look at all the games that they played in Africa, it's only a few games that there was two goals or so. Almost all the games. I think even three of the games ended with 0-0. What I've realized is most of the African teams, immediately they get a goal, they go back. They are going to defend for 90 minutes. They will try and defend. And the pitches that we are playing on here in Africa too, they are not good. So you're not going to get that give and take passes. You are not going to get it the way you want. We are playing with foreign players. The other day I was telling someone that if the Black Stars will come to Kumasi and play on this poor pitch, then if we are to even field um Aduana Stars, they can even beat Madagascar here in Ghana. Because this pitch is the pitch that the players here in Ghana know. The players that play abroad, they have no idea how it feels playing here. They have played here before, but they have been to abroad. They have seen how the pitches are quite good there. When they come here, it becomes so different again for them. But the kind of football pitches that we are playing on here in Africa, if we say we are going to depend on this holding midfielders, it is going to be difficult for us unless we have a number 10 that can do the job for the entire team. If we don't have a number 10 that can do the job for the entire team in this area, having two holding midfielders, I don't think it's going to solve our problem of goal scoring. Because right now, Ghana, if you have even realized, we haven't scored more than two goals in a long time. We are actually struggling with goal scoring at the moment. So we need this kind of player, our number 10, to be always going and coming back and helping with the strikers. But if we are going to play two holding midfielders and then leave the job for our number 10, we are not going to get goals, to be honest. Today I was quite impressed with Gideon Mensah because I think one of the ideas behind playing two holding midfielders is if your lateral defenders can move up and get the crosses in. And Gideon Mensah, for some games that he has played for the Black Stars, even in the time of Coach Otoado, he has been quite fantastic. I'm really enjoying the way he's playing. He's using his chances very well. And Dennis Odoi is also quite good with going forward. I think that's the reason why Coach Chris Hughton preferred Dennis Odoi to Ali Seidu. When you have two holding midfielders, what it basically means is that they are going to divide the pitch into two like this. And one will be operating in this area, the other will be operating in this area. If you realize and watch the game very well, that's exactly what Saleh Samed and Idris Baba were doing. And it it doesn't make our game dynamic. It makes us too rigid. It's like we are always at the same place. We want to create chances. That means there has to be a lot of interpositional play. That was the reason why I wanted us to be in this kind of shape. So that if Majid Ashimeru was here, we can just be rotating like that. And then the movements of these players will help us in getting the goals. But if we are going to be static and be in this shape, depending on Andre Ayew, we can all see in the first half, Andre Ayew was trying to come all the way back to get the ball and progress. And that shouldn't be his job. He's the number 10. Yeah, if he's the number 10, he has to be operating in these areas. So today, I think though we lost the game, but then ball wise, it's quite I can say we did better than we played against Madagascar. Today, communication was also a problem for especially the strikers. Communication was quite a problem for them. But we played well. We played quite well. Our build up from the back was quite good. The goalkeeper was very good. I could see some issues also with the pairing of Nicholas Opoku and then Kasim Adams. The kind of issues that maybe we wouldn't have had if we had Alexander Jiku or Daniel Amati at the back. But this is what happens when there are a lot of changes in a team. You see, we played the Madagascar game with a different set of defenders, and this game is almost like a whole new defensive setup. So communication wise, there will be slight problems. But then I think they did well. They did their best. The goal was quite unexpected. The goal was quite unexpected. It came at a time that the Black Stars felt they were dictating the game, and then out of the blue they score. And I personally don't know why Coach Chris Hughton did not start Kudus. It could be because of a knock. I don't know. But then I think maybe he was trying to get more playing time for some of the players. And the team that he started with actually is not a bad team. Just that I still have a problem with this two holding midfielders that Coach Chris Hughton keeps using. I want us to in the times of Michael Essien and then um Antonianan or Ajimambedu, you could clearly see that Ajimambedu was the main defensive midfielder. Michael Essien sometimes operates as if he's the number 8, as if he's the number 10. He was our main progressive midfielder. We can't play the two holding midfielders and get goals. It will be difficult for us here in Africa. We have to get more people moving forward. This is the setup that we have to be in when we are attacking. This is the kind of setup that we have to be in when we are attacking. And the best players to be in these positions at this time should be Ashimeru and then Kudus. It has to be this way. Ashimeru and Kudus. We can even play Jordan in this position. We can even play Jordan in this position. This is also a setup that can work perfectly well for the Black Stars. We can't keep with the two holding midfielders. It won't work. This is Africa. If you don't score first and a team scores, you are going to suffer. You are definitely going to suffer. And getting to the end of the game, he made some changes that I think could have worked. This was the change that he made. So at the time, Majid Ashimeru was in the game. Jordan Ayew was still here. And then Kudus had also come into the game. So he had changed for NS Nuyama to come to the right side here. Inaki Williams was at the time playing as the main attacker, and Jordan Ayew was here. he made a change for Fatau Ishahaku to come in. I would have preferred when Ishahaku came into the game, maybe they could have swapped like this. Why am I saying this? We could all see that Ernest Nuama brought in some kind of pressure. He became lively when he came into the pitch. It's like everything from his side was really working. But at that time too, Jordan Ayew was the one that was getting a lot of the balls here. Jordan Ayew was getting a lot of the balls here. So if you are changing this guy and bringing in Fatawi Shahaku, I think it would have been best if Ernest Nuama had gone here, because Ishahaku, let me put it this way. Ishahaku turning and shooting, I think is quite more effective on the right side of attack. Ernest Nuama can easily play here as well. I once saw the two of them, I think in the under 20s, they were playing a game and they had this kind of setup. They scored one fantastic goal. I was just in awe of how they were able to come up with that goal. So if it had gone this way, maybe it could have helped in a way. I think the game was almost done. But when I saw it, I felt maybe if they had done it this way, it could have also helped. But in all, I would say the Black Stars did well. They did well today. Just that I won't call it luck not being on their side. If we had taken our chances in the first minutes of the game, we could have won. To be honest, if we had taken our chances, we had a few chances. Antoine Semenyo in the first 10 minutes, if he had scored, maybe something could have happened and we could have won the game. It's not over yet. I believe the Black Stars can still qualify if we do our homework well. And we need to come up with a way to get these guys to work together. Even if it's Saleh Samed that will be dropped for Idris Baba to be in this position, I don't mind. Right now, the players that we have, they are all good. I won't say any of them is bad. All the players are good. Even we can still go it this way. Andre can be here. But one thing that I hope the coach can really address is that this boy should never be benched again. I'll talk about it maybe when I bring the 5 things that we learned. This boy should not be benched. With the kind of firepower that he has anytime that he comes into the game, I think he has to be a starter for the Black Stars now. There are no small children again. Once you can play in the Black Stars and you have personality, you have to play. There shouldn't be any favorites in the team. Ernest Nuama has to start from the beginning. He shouldn't be on the bench anymore for the Black Stars. Thank you very much for being with me. Kindly like and subscribe so we can bring you more content. And please let me know what you think about the game that the Black Stars played today in the comment section.